Good afternoon, everyone. I hope everybody's having a lovely and thankful Thursday. Okay. It is 5:27 p.m. here in Augusta, Georgia, and I am coming to you because this was just posted this morning, guys. Okay. Um, this is getting serious. And so I myself want to know why this keeps happening. Why are they buying goods outside of the United States? The ice cream, the cheese, baby food, beverages, even dog food, prescription drugs, and vitamins are being recalled. And they're saying that now it's like over 50 something items being recalled. And they're very concerned about the recall that is on the baby food. So let's dive in and let's get into it. I would like to know your thoughts. Have you experienced anything with a product that you've had and someone, you yourself or someone in your home have gotten sick? Or do you know what's going on? Have you bought any of these foods that I have mentioned? Um, Again, I would like to know your thoughts. So, this is what they are saying. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration has already issued more than 50 food related recalls in 2024, fueling concerns from Americans that food recalls are on the rise. The slew of recalls comes after the FDA recalled 234 food related items in 2023. Recalls warn of potentially severe consequences to consumers due to the presence of undeclared allergens or potential bacteria contamination, such as listeria. The impacted products this year range widely from pet food to dried fruits, salad kits, among dozens of other items. Hmm. Research published by life science software company Master Control in December found that food recalls issued by the Consumer Product Safety Commission, the CPSC, and the FDA have jumped by 115% since 2018. There were 280 recalls issued between both agencies in 2018, and the number more than doubled to 603 recalls issued in 2022. That is a lot of recalls. Child safety is the leading cause of the recalls for the CPSC, with more than 5 recalls involving child and baby products, more than any other category, the researchers said. Most recalled items by the FDA are food and beverages, making up 64% of the recalls, and food and beverage items are followed by drugs at 22%, animal and veterinarian products at 6%, medical devices at 4%, dietary supplements at 2%, and cosmetics at 1%, with allergens being the most common reason behind the FDA recalls. Newsweek reached out to the FDA via email for comment. Master Control identifies several factors as driving the increase in the recalls. The Food Safety Moderation Act that became law in 2011 brought the most significant reform to food safety laws in over 70 years and allowed the FDA to interact stricter regulations over time. According to the research, stricter regulations also were enacted during the COVID-19 pandemic due to testing and inspection work occurring off site. There is a cheese recall list that shows states under listeria warning. I am going to be dropping this link in the description, guys. Um, but here is some more. Here is some more. And then I'll be talking about the other topic after this. The most recent FDA food recalls include dried mango from Golden Isle, raw cheddar cheese from Raw Farm LLC, and baby vitamins D3 liquid from Nordic Naturals, citing undeclared ingredients, E. coli contamination, and elevation levels of vitamin D3 levels, respectively, as the reason behind the recalls. This is a lot. This is a lot. So, to go on to the prescription drugs and drugs, there is a medical contamination, um, a marijuana contamination linked to lethal illnesses, and even legal weed can be unsafe. It's a horror story. Okay. Um, does cannabis legalization mean a safer product? Not necessarily. Anna Hazel, a 56-year-old physical therapist in Chicopee, Massachusetts, said she developed twitching muscles, numbness in her feet, nausea, and cramps after using marijuana, only for doctors to find out how levels of nickel, lead, and cadmium, CAD, people consider that it is legal, is safe, and it's a complete story. The former cannabis user told the Wall Street Journal. Gallup reports that an estimated 17% of Americans use marijuana. As of 2023, 24 states had enacted regulations for recreational use, while even more have legalized the drug for medical use. And just last month, New York revealed new rules for growing the plants at home. But contamination is quickly becoming an issue of concern. Users have reported high levels of heavy metals in their blood and urine, while some studies per the journal have linked cannabis use to a higher risk of fungal infections, numbness, bleeding in the lungs, and artery disease. Marijuana plants are more likely to be contaminated because they are bioincubators, meaning they absorb things like heavy metals, pesticides in the soil, as well as fungi. Last year, an Arizona dispensary recalled a strand of cannabis called the Grim Reefer after it was possibly tainted by a potentially life-threatening fungus called asparagus. Okay, I'm going to spell that for you guys. It's Aspergillus, asparagus. And there's a gorgeous picture up here. I'm not going to show you guys that. This is crazy. From 2017 to 2019, the Poison Control Center saw an increase in cannabis-related recalls, according to one study. It's a horror story in some ways. Virginia Commonwealth University professor and forensic toxicologist Michelle Peace told the outlet, the general belief is that if it's on the store shelf, it must be safe, but it's hard for the consumers to know. And that is the truth. That is the truth. Washington, D.C. resident Steph Shear called 911 after she experienced a racing heartbeat, hives, muscle weakness, and nearly fainted when she consumed a gummy in a prescription drug post-surgery. She believes her symptoms were a result of contamination, said it was not a normal reaction, and informed her state's regulators and the dispensary from which she purchased the edibles. Now she's calling for consumer safety and more oversight as the head of America for Safe Access and the advocacy organization. In other words, buyers beware. And that is the truth. Now let's get down to what we come down to. This is the Thursday tea, okay? I don't know if you guys, it doesn't matter who you're voting for. There's something going on with Donald Trump. And this is what he apparently said. Trump says the N word instead of indictment in apparent fraudulent slip. Former President Donald Trump appeared to make a fraudulent slip during a campaign rally in Waterford Township, Michigan. On Saturday, I'm sorry, why am I in September? On Saturday, everyone, February the 17th, Trump delivered a speech addressing his ongoing legal battles. The former president appeared to attempt to say the N word indictment before he accidentally said the N word instead. He quickly fixed his error as he continued to speak during the rally. This is his comment. My whole life, I didn't know what the N word, I didn't know what indictment meant. Trump said the apparent fraudulent slip came after he was ordered to pay $355 million in a New York civil fraud case. Trump's comments prompted criticism and speculation on social media about whether his use of the N word was intentional. He compared himself to Al Capone because of his legal woes. And then he had the nerve to say this: I'm just doing something for incredible people. It's called the American people, he continued. Every time the radical left Democrats, columnists, excuse me, guys, communists, and indict me, I consider it a great badge of honor. I am being indicted for you. That's what he says. And he considered himself the smartest man in the world, in the country, and claims he didn't know what the word indictment meant. On top of getting that word confused with the N word, that's pretty, okay now. Subconscious and conscious. What are you guys' thoughts? Ooh, okay, everyone. That is what I have for you on this Thursday's tea. I hope you guys have a wonderful afternoon. Be safe, and as always, be bold, be beautiful, and be blessed. I will see you all here tomorrow for some Friday fun. You guys take care.